It's got a lot. Oh, I thought it was already in progress. Okay, so Manuka honey is a tree that is native to New Zealand. It's the only place in the world that you will find it. And its honey has a lot of healing properties in it. Like you can take the honey and put it on a cut, and it's antibacterial, antibiotic, all of that sort of stuff. And you can actually buy tubes of Manuka honey in New Zealand to put on scrapes and burns and things like that. It was used by the Maori people back in the day before the Europeans came along, but it's one of the herbal medicines in New Zealand. It's just really, really good. And I take a teaspoon of Manuka honey a day. And then I have my tea in here. But what was really funny is I even asked the ChatGPT what temperatures, because I know that certain teas have to be done at certain temperatures, otherwise you burn the leaves. And like with peppermint, you don't use boiling water on peppermint tea because it burns the leaves. So it's got to be done around 193 to 200 degrees Fahrenheit.
I had no idea.
Yeah, and the same with this tea, because it's got the Manuka honey in it, and too high can destroy the properties of the Manuka honey.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was just interesting just doing this chat GPT and telling it's a tea connoisseur and a chocolate connoisseur. And I remember the temperature thingy on the tea, because there's a place in Santa Monica, I don't know if it's still there, it's called The Funnel. And hey, Hope, and it is teas and coffees from around the world prepared in the way that they're prepared in that country.
Wow.
Yeah. And so
I didn't even know that was there.
Oh, it is an awesome place. I don't know if it's still there, but I used to love going there. And I had a friend who met me there one time, and he had an upset stomach. I says, you need to get peppermint tea, not mint tea, not spearmint tea, peppermint tea. And it has to be, and like even for women with morning sickness, it's peppermint tea that you have to get for the nausea and everything else. And they brought it over, and they told him that he was not allowed to use the water from my tea, because my tea was boiling at 212. His had to be up to between 193 and 200, because the leaves were so sensitive, and if they used boiling water, it would burn the leaves.
That's amazing. So with all the things you can do. All right. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Good morning, everyone, first of all.
Good morning.
My name is Terza Ekholm, and I'm your host for Open Office Hour, Ask Me Anything About AI. And today I was kind of expecting light attendance, because in the US, it's Memorial Day weekend, and sometimes people leave early because it's a 3-day weekend. And if you can, why not? So anyway, so welcome, Hope. Welcome, Nancy. Welcome, Helen. Thank you, Helen, as always, for being my co-host.
My pleasure.
Let's just go around the room and introduce ourselves. So let's start with Hope. Are you on?
She looks frozen. She also there.
I am. And my mouth is buried in ice cream and yogurt and cherries.
Ooh, I like that combo.
That sounds good.
It's so delicious. And I added ginger, cinnamon, and nutmeg. It is so good. Wow. It is just so good. So I'm pigging out in that at the moment. But
nice. Good for you.
I have such a big bowl in front of me. You have no idea.
Sorry, what was the whole mixture again? And get the first little piece.
It's cappuccino, frozen yogurt, coconut, regular coconut, Greek yogurt, cinnamon, nutmeg, and frozen wild cherries.
Yum!
Wow!
It is very yum. Did I say ginger? Yes, I added ginger.
Yes, you did say ginger.
Yeah, it is so good, okay? And I've got this major bowl in front of me. I'm pigging out for two. Anyways, but my name is Hope. I'm here in Toronto. I saw Terza's call on Facebook. I didn't really know exactly what you're about, but I thought, hey, let me come and check it out and see what you're doing. So here I am, because I am interested in AI. So I wanted to see what you're up to and what I can learn. There's so much to learn. I like your Keep Calm mug. That's cool.
Yeah. Keep calm, you've been mugged.
Ah!
That is
That's
cute.
a good one. I like that. I like that.
That was in my mug cupboard, and I was saying I don't remember even getting that, but it's got my name on. Somebody put my name on the back of it too.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Okay,
yeah, so it's
Helen,
my mug.
you have triggered the confirm your speaking language setting.
It hasn't come up on mine yet today. No, but this is my second Zoom of the day, and surprisingly enough, it hasn't come up yet. It will.
I
It
love
doesn't
that.
like Kiwi New Zealand. It doesn't like Kiwi English accents.
Too bad.
Is that where you are in New Zealand?
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh.
Give me about six to 8 weeks, and I'll be there.
Go ahead and introduce yourself then.
Okay, kia ora. I'm Helen Brahms. I'm originally from New Zealand. I've been living in the States for 28 years. I'm finally heading back home, and we'll be there in 6 to 8 weeks. I am a genealogist. I am becoming an AI specialist. I'm also a consultant. I wear many hats. I do many things. I am a wizard on mailbox power, doing direct marketing and marketing concepts and things like that as well. And I just want to absorb and learn as much about AI as I can, because it is now starting to become a major part in a lot of what I do,
Very nice.
including being a chocolate and tea connoisseur and parents. Sorry, that was my latest one. I just
Teresa, you missed it. We started we just started a few minutes ago, and Helen was telling us about how she has created a GPT on ChatGPT to make it a tea and chocolate connoisseur
and do pairings.
and do pairings.
So I have Lindt intense chocolate, pairing it with puka, lemon, ginger, and Manuka honey tea.
and she's even got it telling you what temperature.
Oh, yes. I have it telling you that too. The tea has to be between 193 to 200 degrees for the water.
Ellen is a true AI expert, and I also consider myself an AI expert, but because AI is so vast, we find ourselves exploring very many different things. So Helen and I often have chats later or before where we talk about our different AI adventures.
I'll
So,
have to tell you the new one about grant writing.
oh my, yes, actually we will. I will ask you about that. First, we'll continue. So before I continue, Hope, was there a specific AI question you had to begin with?
No, I'm going to listen to you guys, and I'm sure something will pop up.
Okay, that sounds
Thanks.
great. Thank you. Okay, Nancy, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Nancy Amart, and I am a fused glass enthusiast, and I own my own business, and always looking to find new ways to do things with AI to make my life better. And one of the best things that's happened isn't meeting all of you, because I learned so much from you guys because of AI.
And I'm thrilled to have you here. If you ever get a chance, check out Nancy's shop, both in person and online. I haven't checked it out in person yet, but there are beautiful fused glass artworks. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's Glass Arts Collective. And unfortunately, I'm having some problems with the website. So this afternoon, I have to get into having somebody try to figure out what happened.
Okay. Hope that gets fixed soon, but I'm sure it shall. Teresa,
sure.
you're up. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Oh, you're muted.
You're on mute. I loved the enthusiasm she started talking with.
I'm Teresa Ball, and I teach sourdough classes, and I'm in the middle of working on building my trifecta with the YouTube blog and email list or something like. I don't know.
Newsletter.
What is it?
Newsletter.
Newsletter. Yeah, that's it. So I'm working on that and just getting my and then I'm also working on creating a course for sourdough.
Absolutely.
And I want to try to use that for on the Great Discovery.
Yes.
So that's another thing I want to explore, is how to use the Great Discovery, and can it help me make courses? Or does it just put all the pieces together?
There is actually a course or two, I think, on creating courses itself. Additionally, I'm happy to help you with that as
Okay.
well, because yeah, it's not the most user-friendly, as Emmeline and I have been discovering. So
Okay, yes, I would like that. If you could help me so I could figure out how to do that and hopefully within a few months, my course will be completed and I can put it on there.
oh, that'll be fabulous. Yes, I'm looking forward
Yes.
to knowing how to create sourdough as well. That's it's exciting.
Oh, it's such a treat and also
Absolutely.
much healthier.
Yes. Good morning, Joseph. Welcome.
Hey Teresa, how you doing there? Good morning to you. So I've been kind of short in the past on my what I do, but yes, I run a nonprofit called Personal Empowerment Teams. Um, I had retired and got bored, so I first just wanted to put together these teams for support, to have some accountability and some empowerment and so forth. And it was like a rabbit hole. So once I thought of empowerment teams, wasn't thinking about business. I retired already. Last thing I wanted to do was open another business, right? So, but I had to start with something. So, personal empowerment teams, and then a website, business cards, one thing after another. It was a rabbit hole. Ended up a 501c3 with attorneys just to not get sued. Um, then I had to refresh all of my marketing knowledge. Now I had retired as a land developer, software developer, sales and marketing. Retired in 2018, but now that I'm doing this thing with personal empowerment teams, everything that I learned, I try to implement in the website and my social medias, etc. None of it was relevant anymore, or none of it was the way it was.
Right.
It had changed, and that change was significant to the point that what I already knew was not working. I was on the right page, but wasn't working in today's world.
Okay.
So I hired a marketing company, uh, GoDaddy. They totally suck. I have to keep them on track over and over constantly, which is fine. Then I hired another company to update me in my skill sets. So fast forward, I know I'm talking a lot, which I never have before. Um, so now I've got all the social media. I built a $150,000 portal that's not complete yet. Um, so that'll be done by July, but it's already people can sign in or sign up and sign in. And I've got people that have already started joining to become a team member on any one of my teams. Something that, and I wanted to say that AI was something I didn't understand. So you were able to help me dig deeper. And the conversation that came up, I think it was last week or the week before, about Notebook LM.
Yes.
I got the plus version, and how I ended up making my videos, I put together a folder of, I guess, video tools or AI video tools.
Mhm.
One of them that can give me scripts from different phases, whether it's a URL, a video, or whatever. So if I get the script, then I can put that in Notebook LM,
Mhm.
and they can give me a conversation,
Yes.
which is cool. Or we'll just call that an audio. Or there's another one that I can just go direct. It'll give me the word by word script. I forget what that one's called. But either way, I can then take the script audios of whichever one I want, send it over to Animoto, and I give them the images. I
Yes.
end up with a video.
Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah, I can pump these out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this AI stuff has made it so much easier to do a whole lot of stuff.
Right.
And so I'm here and I wanted to give you that update on the progress.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I appreciate also learning more about how you got here and what you're working on now. So
That's awesome.
welcome.
Thank you.
You're
All
welcome.
right.
All right. Emmeline, go ahead.
Oh, good morning again.
Hello.
Well, I've been using AI in several facets. I'm finding myself using it daily. And I'm in the publishing business. I've got a YouTube channel that I'm working on. I've got courses that I'm working on for the Great Discovery. And I'm trying to move and getting ready for garage sale tomorrow. I wish ChatGPT could come and help me pack up my boxes here and load up my car, but
I want that too.
I know, I know. It's like I'd like to be realistic on some of that, but there's so much to learn, and every day, as you mentioned last week too. I mean, every day thousands of new platforms, everything is coming out, and trying to stay on top of it, and focusing on particular platforms or apps that will really help me, because focusing it down, because there's so many to choose from, which ones are which programs work best for what I'm trying to do. And so that's why this group has been very helpful too.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And Marcy.
Good morning, everybody.
Hi, Marcy.
Good morning.
Hi, Ellen. Hi, Helen. Hi, Nancy. Hi, everybody. I had an interesting experience with ChatGPT. I signed up for the initially I just typed in ChatGPT and I was there. But then they had another free one, but you sign up for it and it had more bells and whistles. So I signed up for that, and they said, "What do you want?" And I put in something very simple, a business person looking for a loan, because that's the business that I'm in. And I had a choice. So I punched the thing that said image. Okay, give me an image. Well, first of all, it took forever. And but the comment that it made was very snarky. And I thought, what the heck is that? So I made a comment. I said, what is your, why are you so snarky? All I'm asking for is it. And it came up with something else, continually snarky. I mean, I was insulted. I felt awful. And I thought, well, I don't have to stand for this. So I just closed that out. And I just typed in ChatGPT, and I said, I just was on chat and had a very snarky response. And so whoever it was, the AI apologized.
Good. Wow.
Strange.
Yes.
The image didn't come in till the next day. Okay.
Okay.
And it was a woman at a desk looking at her laptop, but with a frown on her face, with the wrinkles here. And I thought, well, you know, you can at least, and then a blonde woman in it, it was just totally unworkable. So,
Wow.
wow.
Thank you for, no, really, thank you for sharing the story, because yes, unfortunate things can happen. And yes, you were right to give it feedback. So I heard a story recently from another ChatGPT enthusiast. It helps her create her newsletters and that kind of thing. And she said one day, she says, I'm sitting at the keyboard and we're doing the usual stuff that we do for the newsletter. And she said it was just coming up with stupid stuff, just stupid. And she said she kept trying to get it to correct, right? And then it was just, I don't know, was stuck in some kind of weirdo loop. And she said, we talked about this. This is not how I expect you to behave. And it said, oh, I'm sorry. And it kind of returned to whatever it was they were doing before. But I thought, well, that's super interesting. Yeah. So
And
What day was this on? Because I had it stuck in a weird loop the other day as well. Like he was giving me the same suggestions over, and I says, no, I've already said no to these suggestions. Why are
Yeah.
you giving them to me again?
yeah.
He says,
I don't
I'm
know.
sorry,
if
here they are. And it gives me
Yeah.
the same suggestions again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So was that
Yeah.
on a certain day for everybody?
Oh man, I don't remember which day it was now.
For me, it was
I think it was a week ago for her.
like Monday. I think it was Monday.
Well, I had weird stuff happen on Monday too. So I don't know if they update stuff in the background or anything else. I didn't ask it, but no, if it's not responding appropriately, definitely give it that feedback. But the other thing you could do, Marcy, is you can also, I think you can email or somehow get in touch with support at OpenAI and let them know and say this is not appropriate.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that because it was the first time that I had used that one where I had signed up for. So it was really weird. And anyway,
Yeah.
I'm really I have to find and figure out and think out what I really want from it, from Jeff. By the way, so there's that Gemini also has an upgraded version, even at the free version.
Yes.
So I'm going to see what that's all about.
Yes.
And
Yes.
maybe I'll talk with you one-on-one because I'm trying to figure out what it is that I do that AI can help me with.
Okay. Okay. I'd be happy to do that. So let me just quickly, I'll put something in the chat. Hang on a second. Let me get over to the chat. Just for everyone here, in case you ever wanted to set a calendar appointment with me, you would just go to the Terza Factor, hold on, .com/QR, connect. And I will share my screen and bring that up and show you what that looks like. Hold on a second here. So let's move over here. I'll open up a tab. And the reason I'm showing it to you this way, this is a little like a mini landing page sort of thing that I built using ChatGPT's help, but it gives you a number of options you can choose from, kind of like a keypad. But this one, number 7, is Meet with Terza. And if you click on it, it takes you to my calendar link, and then you can go find a time that works for you. And so there it is here that you can choose whatever day and time works for you, and it meshes perfectly with my calendar. Part of the reason I'm showing you this right now is because actually I intend to upgrade my calendar link to better fit with my CRM, but that will be transparent to you. So whenever I get that accomplished and you go click on Meet with Terza, key number 7, it'll take you directly to whatever the appropriate calendar link is, and you don't have to worry about that. And neither do I. So, so that's made them a couple of reasons. One is you can always schedule a time with me, and I'd be happy to do that. And the other is that any of these things that I have, if I happen to change in the background, you don't have to worry about it. You'll just get the latest up-to-date information. So, including whenever my next office hour is, which is the same time, but if you don't have to worry about the link either. So, oops, it takes you right to the page. So,
I love your little telephone.
pardon?
I love your little telephone links.
Oh,
Really
thank you.
cute. I love that.
Thank you. I had read a story about somebody who was sending burner phones to his top clients or businesses or whatever. And in each package was enclosed with a note that said, I'm only a phone call away. And I thought, oh, that's really cool. But I'm not in the habit of sending burner phones. So I just created a landing page.
What is a burner phone?
What? Oh, a burner phone is a phone you could buy like at, say, Walmart or King Soopers or something like that. But its purpose is it's very minimal. You
And
can
it's untraceable.
it's untraceable and you can make calls with it. And it's called a burner phone because when you're done with it, you can throw it away.
All right. That's
I'm not necessarily recommending them. They tend to be used by criminal elements, but not always.
Oh,
It's just be if
If
you're
you
in a
don't want to
place-
be found, a burner phone is the way to go.
yes. Or if you lost your cell phone overboard when you were sailing or something or out in the ocean and you just need to quickly get a phone, you go buy one of these so you don't have to spend $1,000. So either way, but Helen is right, it's untraceable.
It's also good when you're traveling, if you don't want to take your phone, but you need to be in contact, is that you buy a burner phone to take with you on the trip that has an international plan.
Yeah. So it's not always a bad thing. It's just that it tends to be used by people who have things to hide.
So Terza,
Or
is
don't
it
want people to know where they are.
the tearsafactor.com/QR connect?
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome. You're welcome.
you know what I wanted to know is Terza, you seem to use a couple of different browsers. What browsers do you use?
I actually mainly use Google Chrome, which is this one. Oh, you can't see my upper corner over here, but this is Google Chrome. Most of the time I use Google Chrome. I also have Safari. Helen has told me several times that Safari is really good because it uses less memory per browser tab than Chrome. And so sometimes if it doesn't work on Google or on Chrome, I'll go over and check it out on Safari.
Safari,
Safari is a Mac-based browser.
Let's see.
oh, yeah.
Like, I think it's like
It's
Microsoft
Mac-based.
Edge is the Microsoft.
I use Firefox.
Yeah.
Right, right.
But it's the same company, but for Windows.
No, I can use Firefox on the Mac. It's like Microsoft Edge is for PCs. Then you've got the Safari, but you can use Safari on a Mac as well, on a PC as well if you download it. But it's just the default one on a Mac PC or a Mac browser and that sort of thing.
So that's what you can see I don't use it very often, but so these are some of the tabs that is saved for me, but it's pretty much another browser, as Helen said, defaults on Mac. So, but what you've seen me do, Marcy, is here. Let me stop share and close that one. I have two different Google Chrome browsers, and they're not really different. They're both Chrome. It's just that one of them goes to my terza.soulcolorado@gmail.com email address, which I've had for years and years and years. And then recently I've started moving things over to my business email, which is terza@theterzafactor.com. And so it's a little bit cumbersome at the moment, but rather than trying to mix all my stuff together, I have that completely separate. It's more dialed into Google tools. although I can certainly go to ChatGPT from there too, but it's dialed into Google Tools and terza.soulcolorado@gmail.com. I have dialed in with ChatGPT.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I use Firefox,
Mhm.
and I also use Chrome, but I have Chrome on. Yeah, I have two screens. I use Chrome on my one screen and Firefox on the other, but I can't put two different what am I trying to say? Let's say I have my Sea Green Financial on Firefox, and I had started. I signed up for another Gmail account, but I can't have two different Gmail accounts on Firefox.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Now I was on and it's Chrome just uses so much power that I can't use it a lot. So and then my background screen will go black, and I know, oops, I've got to close it out and reboot. So I'm going to call my computer guru. He has a couple of other things to do for me, and I'll see what he can do for me. Maybe I have to release some cache in Chrome and or Firefox. I'm not sure.
Maybe
Okay.
you clear your history. Could be clear your history. That sometimes helps. There's another browser called Brave.
That's true.
It apparently takes up a lot less space than
Brave?
Chrome.
I don't know that
My,
I
s-
have
my son really likes it.
Brave. I don't know that I have Opera, and I have another one which I haven't used. Opera I haven't used in a while, and another one that is on my taskbar down at the bottom of my screen. Oh, Vivaldi.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I'll try and use those two and see what I come up with. But okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We could let me do a quick share screen. We'll just answer this question here about browsers, because I want to go back and show how you can use ChatGPT for this sort of thing. So I'll just say you are an expert in browsers. Please, create a table of pros and cons of the top 10 browsers.
Oh, that's an idea.
And then at least it gives you a starting point. Part of the reason I wanted to share this with you is just recently one of our tenants had an issue with their, hold on a second before I do that. My goodness, it gives a lot of interesting information, but it did put in table form. So anyway, these are different sources you could click on to get some more information, but let's see what else it gave us. Yes, it did. It is building the table that I asked for. So Google Chrome, pros and cons, Mozilla Firefox, Apple Safari, Microsoft Edge, Brave, Opera, Vivaldi, DuckDuckGo.
Well, I use DuckDuckGo for my background. I didn't know it was a browser per se.
Ah, okay. Libre Wolf, Zen browser, and then it gives a summary. So I will be happy to share this in my follow-up email. And then, by the way, if you click down here, it'll give you the sources where it got all of its information.
Okay.
Yep. The reason I brought this up was because I use ChatGPT for a lot more than just helping me do social media posts and all these and lots of other things. But the other day, a tenant said their air conditioning went out, and the property manager got a bid, and it had a bid for a repair $2,000 and for a replacement $6,000. And so I went over to Chat GPT and I said, I didn't give it all the details. I just said, there's a problem with the air conditioning and I have these two options. I don't want you to tell me which is the right choice. I want you to tell me how I can make this decision. And so it listed all the things that I should think about when making the decisions, and also a list of questions I could go back and ask the HVAC technician, which would help me then make the decision that feels right to me. So, just looking at, well, 2,000, 6,000, well, I want to do the 2,000, but is it the right answer for me and the tenant, that sort of thing. So, anyway, after all that research and talking to the HVAC tech, we decided to go with the repair, but it was asking questions like, is it more than 10 years old, et cetera, et cetera. And so, if it was over 10 years old, I might have gone with the replacement instead. So again, I didn't want it to tell me the answer as if it would know, although it might. I want to know how to make the decision myself. So that's one of the things I love using ChatGPT for.
How you can make the decision. That's an interesting way of getting information from them. I wouldn't have even thought of that. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So I think I would like to pop over for a moment or two to this to the Great Discovery, just to show you what it is, and that just to look real quick at the creating a course. We won't go into all the details, but I want to show what's possible so you can get started. But again, as we're going through this is the sort of thing where you can go back to ChatGPT and say, I'm on the greatdiscovery.com. I want to create a course, help me with this. And if you give it the link, sometimes in some cases, if you give it the link to the website, it will go scan it and come back and say, well, here's what you do. So in this case, let me move this out of the way. I'll go ahead and log in. So this is a program that I'm affiliated with, meaning it's three things. I'm a course creator on there. It's an affiliate program that I can share with others all over the world. And it's an education program, so I could just be a student. So you can be any one of those things or all three. I'm all three. And so I take a lot of what I'm learning these days with AI and turning them into courses. So if we just go over here, this is for Teresa and Emmeline, and you go over to, here's the creator, and you go over to creator dashboard. Oops, that's not really what I wanted, sorry. That's a good thing. This tells me what I have, but that's not what I wanted to show. Go over to creator, click on onboard courses. That has a course onboarding help video to start with. It'll also tell you how you can translate any of your courses into 260 languages. And then you would just click on onboard a new course, and it would walk you through the steps. That said, there are some details and some quirks. So if that's something you want to do, feel free to go ahead and book a time with me, and I'd be glad to go over that with you in detail. So that is that. Let me move things out of the way, and I will let that back. Okay. So who else has a question that they'd like to do a dive into?
Terza, is the Great Discovery something that just makes courses, or does it do other things?
It is mainly an education platform.
Okay.
So if we go back to just the main page, It's for students and learners all over the world. So you can just click on I want to learn, and that will, rather than I'll click on that,
Oh, okay.
you can type in up here where it says search a course or topic and see if there's already a course on it. Right? So if I type in AI, you'll see a few courses that are AI related. As you can see here, there's 76 of them already. And they're from people all over the world. At the moment, they're mainly in the US, but we have people coming on from Asia, from Malaysia, from Japan, from Brazil. I mean, all over the place. People can not only create courses in their own language, but any of us. So if somebody in Brazil creates it in Portuguese, and I say, well, that sounds cool, I can get it delivered to me in English and vice versa. So that's why I got so excited about it. And I think it's a really great platform. It has a super amazing affiliate program, which I'm not going to go into today. And what else? What else? Okay, so that's for being a student. If you have something you'd like to teach, there's a whole section on how to become a course creator. It's really great for any business person because you can create like a short introduction to what it is you do,
Mhm.
put it in the Great Discovery as a free course, and then you can direct your new people to your free course, but also all the affiliates anywhere can also promote your free course. So that's one of the additional benefits. And then the AI Genius Club has a suite of 50 plus AI tools that can be very helpful for your business. And then the last, of course, is the affiliate program. So it has a lot going on, but just remember, Marcy, it is basically an educational platform with a business attached.
Okay. And this AI genius, is that part of the Great Discovery?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes. Just real quick, I'll show you what some of them are. I mean, I'll just show you hold on. The tools. There's a whole list of tools and they're growing them like weeds every day.
Say that again?
I said there's a huge amount of tools and I said they're growing them like weeds every day.
Oh, well, there are the weeds.
Yeah, no, they're not. That's probably not a great metaphor, but
Oh, okay.
so again, if anybody wants more detail on these, just jump on my calendar and I'd be glad to show them with you. But they've got all kinds of tools for writing. They even have AI coaches, and I put AI in air quotes because they're really AI versions of real people in the Great Discovery. Videos, image creators. There's a whole CRM. It's a simple CRM, but it is a CRM that you can use. They're now promoting their Super Saturday training. You can create websites with it, set up your email marketing, and you can even write books with it. So super exciting stuff, but it can all seem a little overwhelming. But I have gone over to ChatGPT and said, okay, help me figure out this tool or how I can best use it. Yeah. So there it is. That was your super, super short tour of the Great Discovery.
And your CRM, do you use their CRM or what CRM are you using? Because you talk.
I use the one that comes in my mastermind group, which you're familiar with, Marcy, and it's go high level under a white label. I've been in this mastermind group for a couple of years now and had access to it, and this CRM.
Is
Uh,
it with Ryan? Or
pardon?
is that with Ryan or something?
Yes,
Oh,
that's
okay.
the one. That's a white label version of Go High Level. And even though there's YouTube videos on how to use Go High Level and that kind of thing, that I was just getting frustrated until finally, in the past 6 months or so, I've been using ChatGPT to walk me through every single step that I need. And now I love Go High Level, and that's why I haven't looked at the one very much at the one in the AI Genius Club.
Okay. You know,
Except that I will tell you that it's a much simpler CRM, which is fine. But what happens is once you get used to more advanced features, tend to like those. So.
yeah. You know, you have talked about it before, but so I have a base of understanding. Now you put some more information on top of that, and I can grasp it and understand it now a whole lot better than when I first heard and it was all just words to me. Now it's
Yes.
concept. So thank you very much.
You're welcome, and thank you for keeping coming back and and keep on asking questions. I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
There's been a couple of times with ChatGPT and Go High Level when I've been having it walk me through things, and it tells me to go to this screen and click on this and that, and I go to that screen and whatever it tells me to click on is not there. So I take a screenshot of it, upload it to ChatGPT and said, this is what I see. And it goes, oh, thank you for the update. Here's what you need to do next. So it then corrects itself. And
Nice.
but it remembers that I've told it that that page is now different, and so it remembers it for the next time we have to go through that page.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Nice,
not only
nice,
will it
nice.
scan like websites, and some websites it won't scan because the password required, like it won't go to Facebook for things, it won't go to LinkedIn for things because they're on behind things. But if you put a screenshot there of it and say, this is what I have, what do I do? Then it will tell you.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. It's really quite nice. So I made, let's see, hold on a second. I made something for real estate yesterday. Actually the past several days. Hold on, let's see if I can go there. I might be able to go with that. So exactly what Helen is talking about. It just rolls out all these things to do, but just like Helen said, let's see if I can find one where I did exactly what she said. I uploaded the screenshot and said, yeah, this isn't fair. And it says, oh, okay. And it helps me out with the next thing. So let's see if I see, as you can see here, set up and go high level. And it tells me in your purchase work. I mean, what happened was I wanted to attach a paid product now to a funnel that I was setting up. And what it was telling me is it wasn't there. So I said, no, it's not there. So here's where we're coming up on it. There's the screenshot. And the thing that it told me that was there wasn't there. And so then it helped me figure out, go to the next step. See, thank you for the correct screenshot. You're exactly in the right place. Oh, why correct screenshot? Because I gave it the wrong screen. I asked for help and I gave it the wrong screenshot, and it answered my question based on this screenshot, but that's totally the wrong screenshot. So I said, no, stop. So anyway, my point being is you just have a conversation with it. And just like Helen says, and it will help you through the next steps. So, oh, Marcy, you're on mute.
Do you say thank you? Sometimes, you know, when you get an answer that you really like, you want to say thank you. Do you say that? Do you
Yes, I do.
Yep.
You do. Okay.
Please and thank you.
Yeah. You know,
It's
it's
been
just a
drilled into
normal
us
part of
as
my
kids.
conversation. So
I
go ahead.
do. I do too. I do that too.
Yeah.
I just come like it's almost like a natural process. You know.
It's
Yeah.
something that we've had drilled into us as kids. Always say your pleases and your thank yous. And somewhere along the line, some people have forgotten them. But to me, it's just natural. And so when I'm in ChatGPT, I go, can you please do blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
exactly,
Thank you very
Helen.
much for that. That's
Same,
awesome.
same here. Same here. I think it's exactly the same thing. It's like it just seems like a natural process to just do that
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
it's just everyday life for me, you know. So
Yeah. And when you're talking to it, you're talking to it as though it's another person. But it's I mean, some of the responses it comes back with now are even more, makes you feel that there actually is somebody on the other end of the thing typing responses. It's like they're so personalized and so matched to your personality as to with the responses and things.
I
Like
know,
being
like
told I'm combining Pixar with entrepreneurship. Yeah.
yeah, I find that really cool. It's like I was getting it to write some poetry around a particular theme.
Mhm.
I was writing some pieces on first, tribute to the First Nations people of Canada, Turtle Island. And I gave it a particular, outline and I had to write some pieces and I usually like have it write several pieces and I go back and I edit and, combine and redo for my voice, right? But it was interesting at the end of it, it gave me this beautiful spiel about the project I was working on. And then I said, thank you. And he came back and wrote an extra piece because he thought that the project was such a beautiful project. So he was giving me this extra. And I was like, holy moly, okay. But it was so like you were talking to this warm, beautiful person and they really appreciated the project I was working on. And it was really kind of cool, actually. I thought, oh, this is really nice, So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
came out really nicely too.
Very nice. I love that. Yeah.
I like with the poetry that Hope was just talking about. There's been a couple of times I've written some poems and it just doesn't quite sound right. So I'll put it into ChatGPT and go, look, this is my poem I've come up with so far. This is what I'm trying to achieve with it. This is the tone I want with it. This is the personality I want to come through with it. What am I missing? And it will go, look, this is a great piece. You've got off to a great start. But what you might need in here is, and then it'll make a couple of suggestions. Would you like me to rewrite it with those pieces in there? I go, yes, please. And then it comes up with a thing and I'm like, yep, no, it's still missing something. And we've gone backwards and forwards. We did like 20 backwards and forwards on one poem one time
I know, right?
until I finally got what I wanted and it finally clicked. It was just that one piece I was missing and it took several, and Hope you'll know this with what you've been working with the poetry, is that it takes a few times to go backwards and forwards to get that missing piece. And when that missing piece falls into place, it all clicks, it sounds beautiful, and you're ready to rock and roll.
I find a lot of times though, because I do write a lot of poetry, and I find a lot of times I tend to, when I have a concept, I tend to have it write me, I might give it a foundation, but then I have it write me several versions. And then I go back and I take those versions and I usually, give it a voice. I might give it a particular person's voice, or I might give it a particular context voice, a particular persona voice, depending on what I'm writing about, right? But then I usually take the several versions or take the best versions or versions that most represent what I want, and I actually go back and edit. And sometimes I'm taking pieces from 3-4 different versions to get the final version that I want to represent what I really want to say. That's usually how it works out with me. I never quite get 100% what I want. I might get stuff that I like and it sounds good, but I find that I prefer to combine different versions to make it more personalized. So it's not, the final result is not something that AI created on its own, even if I had input. The final version is something that I created based on input that it gave me, because it's now a combination of different versions of its input.
Yep.
Type of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's fun though. It's a lot of fun. I even had something put to music on was it Refusion? And it came out sounding so good. I was like, did I just do that?
So you
Okay.
actually found a program to compose the music for the lyrics.
Refusion, yeah.
Oh, what's the name of that program? Can you put it in the chat? Because I've got the lyrics. I just don't have the music and I'm not that smart to create music. But I'll be happy to find some AI program where I put in the lyrics and it creates the music, because I've had the song sitting there for ages. So that would be awesome if you could put that into the chat.
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah, we would love that, Hope. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
Me too.
Are we all going to compose songs now? Yay!
I would love, at least love to play around with the tool. So that, I just love that. I love this collaboration that happens right here in the group. It's just totally amazing. So I had a thought and it went out of my head. It's okay. Were you able to find it, Hope? Hopefully she's off looking for it. She did something about fusion, but I wasn't quite sure. So, all right. Any other questions before I wrap up today? Oh, there we go. Riff fusion. Wow.
Oh, thank you, Hope.
Thank you. That sounds really cool. Suno. Oh, Sumo. It's in Sumo apps, isn't it? Okay, yeah, I'm going to go. Sumo is this whole other place where you can download, pay for and download a whole bunch of really cool apps. So I'm going to go over here and then save it in my little universe. Whoops. Let me put that in there.
Are you going to include this in your wrap up?
Yes. Yes. Oh, and I also want to apologize to folks from last week. I got wrapped up in several other projects, and so I have not yet wrapped up last week's meeting along with links and in an email. So this week's will be a wrap up of last week's email, will be a wrap up of last week's and this week's sessions.
Ooh, bonus edition.
Bonus edition. So in there, just to remind people, and because I didn't say it at the beginning, I will send out the recording to this to all people who registered, even if they weren't here. So they get a recording of this video along with, oh, it is Suno. No, it's just something else. Thank you, Hope. I was thinking of something else. Sorry. I will include the notes, some of the notes from this session, so kind of like an overview, plus any links that were shared here today. Plus, in some cases, I'm able to share the links to the chats.
Do you dictate some of the stuff? And do you use AI to when you put your notes together?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
At first, I was wondering how you get all that information to us, and you know, some details. I just jot down some notes, but I mean, you know, you do such a masterful job, and so I'll have to learn how to copy what you do.
Oh, I'd be happy to share it. So, one of the tools that I do use is a paid version of castmagic, castmagic.io. So I upload this video recording into Castmagic, and it comes back with a whole bunch of different things. So it comes back with an overview and keywords and fun facts from our meeting, and some of which you've seen me include in my emails. So, and then what I sometimes do is I take the stuff from Castmagic and go back over to ChatGPT and say, rewrite this in my voice.
Do you tell it to expand or contract, make it briefer, or?
Yes, well, I've told ChatGPT a long time ago that I want things simplified, consistent was right, but there's another word. well, simplified and consistent, still not the right word. Anyway, concise. That's it. Concise. And because I know it knows that I like that, plus I still want it to be warm and friendly, it rewrites what Cast Magic gives me and puts it in the way that I prefer it. So by contrast, I could say,
You
okay, write this
put
suitable
your
for engineers, but I don't. So
sorry, I missed a little bit of the last little bit. My internet was going a little crazy. You said you take what you get from Cast Magic and put it into ChatGPT. Is that what you said?
yes,
That's
I
what you
do.
said. Okay. I
Yes.
missed, my internet was a bit unstable there for a second. Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, no worries.
I have Cast Magic, but I have to admit I haven't used it yet.
Oh, it's fun.
Okay,
You've got to
great.
get into it.
There's another similar tool. There's another similar tool to Cast Magic. Slightly different but similar. So I just thought I'd put that in the chat.
Oh, good. Thank you. I see that here. Alfana. Okay, let's put that over. Thank you so much. I always welcome sharing tools. And who knows, I might even turn them into courses someday or cover them here in our chat. So on that note, thank you all very much for being here. If you find this useful, feel free to invite people. In the meantime, also feel free to reply to any of my emails about whether you like or dislike something. And if something else you'd like to see more of.
Thank
Here's up.
You do
Yes.
this once a week?
Yes, same time every week.
So every week at this.
Yep.
Oh,
Here's up.
okay,
I
great.
have a
So
question.
I will be
Yes,
back.
Joseph.
Thanks.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know I waited at the last moment. I tried Cast Magic. I played around with it. I forget why. I think it was related to making videos, and I didn't choose it as one of my tools for making videos. And I didn't exactly understand, what do you use Cast Magic for? Is it for getting script? Sounded like?
No, I don't use it to actually make videos. What I do is I upload videos to it, or I give it links to, say, some YouTube videos. It will then create a transcript of the entire session. It will ask you to identify who the speakers are.
Gotcha. Got it.
Then it has a whole set of preset prompts, or you can enter your own prompts in to give you all those different things that I was talking about.
So you use it more for getting script?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
And just
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just for everyone's information, Cast Magic does identify, it's transparent about it. It uses ChatGPT to run all of its stuff. So
Thank you.
And you'll get two different answers. If you go into ChatGPT, you get a different answer than if you did the same question in Cast Magic.
that's right.
Is Cast Magic part of the PIC membership, or
No, it's
no,
a
it's
separate,
something that you add on?
it's
Yeah.
something you subscribe to yourself.
Okay. You subscribe to, and that does all kinds of stuff for you, like dividing up your videos and things like that, like making.
It will tell you where the certain stops are in your videos. It won't actually cut them for you,
Okay.
but at least
And it
you'll
will
know
write a
where they are, so you don't have
600
to
blog.
search. Say that again.
And as part of your trifecta, it will write a 600-word blog on the video you just transcribed.
And you can
Cool.
target
Okay.
it to, like, if you want to get the pieces to go to your LinkedIn or your Facebook, like it'll break it down a bit like that as well, from what I understand, from what I remember
Mhm.
looking at it. You can, in the presets, you can set it to target particular platforms, or what, like blog is one of them, or LinkedIn is another one. There's a few different presets. I know it was interesting. I just haven't gotten around to using it yet because I play too much, basically. I don't work. I
Playing
just
is
play.
good because playing you learn
That's right.
and you
Yeah,
find some of the
I
hidden
don't work.
gems when you play.
Yeah, I don't work enough. I just play. I play too much.
If you guys like, I can do a brief overview of cast magic next time as well. So, yeah. Okay. All right.
All right.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
You too.
Yeah, have a
Thank
good
you,
one.
I'll talk to you
Terza.
tomorrow,
Thank you
Terza.
so much. Take
Yeah.
care. Bye-bye.
Thank
God
you.
bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye.